got up this morning singing.
God is so good.
Oh, I got up this morning singing.
God is so good.
Oh, I got up this morning singing.
God is so good.
Oh, my God is so good to me. Feeling good down in my soul.
God is so good.
Oh, feeling good down in my soul.
God is so good.
Oh, feeling good down in my soul.
God is so good.
Oh, my God is so good to me. In my time of troubles,
God is so good.
oh, in my time of troubles, yeah, yeah.
God is so good.
Oh, in my time of trouble, yeah, yeah.
So good.
Oh, my God is so good to me. In my time of triumph,
God is so good.
oh, in my time of triumph,
God is so good.
oh, in my time of triumph, yeah, yeah.
So good.
Oh, my God is so good to me. When the day is over, I'm singing.
God is so good.
Oh, when the day is over, I'm singing.
God is so good.
Oh, when the day is over, I'm singing.
God is so good.
Oh, my God is so good to me. Every day and every way.
God is so good.
Oh, every way and every day.
God is so good.
When I take the time to praise His Spirit.
God is so good.
Oh, my God is so good to me. Every day and every way, God is so good. Every day and every way, God is so good. When I take the time to praise His Spirit, God is so good. Oh, my God is so good to me. I got up this morning singing.
God is so good.
Oh, I got up this morning singing.
God is so good.
Oh, I got up this morning singing.
So good.
Oh, my God is so, my God is so, my God is so good to me. Praise God. Good morning. Good morning. You don't have to keep sitting. Stand up. Let the blood flow. You can clap if you want to. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I am just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time.
to the sweetest
this
kind
kind
of
of
life.
life.
Get ready,
Get ready,
my soul. Everything I've ever done, everything I've ever seen, everything I've lost or won, everything I've ever dreamed has brought me here to the present moment, here to a new beginning, here, and I see my life
so
clearly.
now.
Get
Get
ready,
ready, my
soul.
I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in
To the deepest
this kind of love,
to the sweetest
this
kind
kind of life.
Get ready,
Get ready, my soul. Here I go,
deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever gone before.
here I go,
Closer, closer, closer to my sacred source. Here I go, deeper, deeper, deeper than I've ever been before. Here I go, closer, closer, closer to my sacred soul. Get ready,
my soul. I'm diving in. Get ready, my soul. I'm diving in to the deepest part of love, to the sweetest kind of life. Get ready, my soul. Get ready, my soul.
Good morning, Unity Church of Overland Park. How you doing this morning? All right, can't hear that, just what, Tell me again how you're doing. There you go. I know it's early. I had a little bit of coffee though, so maybe I'm a step ahead of you. I'm Reverend Eileen Stulak. It's so wonderful to be here with you this morning, and wherever you are, here in the room, as well as our online balconies of Facebook and YouTube.
And I'm Minister in Training, Laura Carl. And can we just give a big round of applause for our amazing band, Soloist Envy, Reverend Fred, Terry Swope, James Albright, and Brian Stever. And let's welcome our ASL interpreter, Lisa Workin. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
And Reverend Jackie is away for a few days for a time of spiritual retreat, and so we just send her all the love and blessings we can for just a wonderful time, again, of renewal with Spirit as who she is and how she expresses. She'll be back in the offices later this week. And so we're going to open, as we always do, with an opening prayer. And we all woke up Monday morning to hear the news of the passing of Pope Francis. And throughout this week, the tributes and then his burial yesterday. And around the world, he has just been a beacon of light for not only the faithful of the Catholic tradition, but he was a big proponent of interfaith work. He was the first pontiff to step foot on the grounds of Mecca, the founding home of Islam. He met with Buddhist leaders all the time to continuously reaffirm our interconnectedness with one another. And while the door still needs to be pushed open much wider, he did open the door, a door of welcome to the LGBTQ plus community, welcoming them in as and who they are. And so we're going to dedicate the opening prayer to him and the impact he's had around this world. He was a man of utmost humility. And on a day that we're celebrating interfaith justice, social justice work, and our interconnection with each other, I thought, what better way to honor this man than to speak aloud words that he wrote while he was in the hospital for his last time before passing. And so I invite us all to just open our hearts, to open them to the presence of God in us, that presence that is all love. And while we enfold in our hearts any and all who are grieving and mourning the loss of their leader, their spiritual leader, perhaps we can all take comfort in words that he shared not long before laying down his physical body. He said, "The walls of hospitals have heard more honest prayers than churches. They've witnessed far more sincere kisses than those in airports. It is in hospitals that you see a homophobe being saved by a gay doctor, a privileged doctor saving the life of a beggar. In intensive care, you see a Jew taking care of a racist, a police officer and a prisoner in the same room, receiving the same care. A wealthy patient waiting for a liver transplant, ready to receive the organ from a poor donor. It is in these moments when the hospital touches the wounds of people that different worlds intersect according to a divine design. And in this communion of destinies, we realize that alone, we are nothing. The absolute truth of people, most of the time, only reveals itself in moments of pain or in the real threat of irreversible loss. A hospital is a place where human beings remove their masks and show themselves as they truly are, in their purest essence. This life will pass quickly. Do not waste it fighting with people. Do not criticize your body too much. Do not complain excessively. Do not lose sleep over bills, and make sure to hug your loved ones. Do not worry too much about keeping the house spotless. Material goods must be earned by each person. Do not dedicate yourself to accumulating an inheritance. You are waiting for too much. Christmas, Friday, next year. When you have money, when love arrives, when everything is perfect. Listen, perfection does not exist. A human being cannot attain it because we are simply not made to be fulfilled here. Here, we are given an opportunity to learn. So make the most of this trial of life and do it now. Respect yourself. Respect others. Walk your own path and let go of the path others have chosen for you. Respect. Do not comment. Do not judge. Do not interfere. Love more. Forgive more. Embrace more. Live more intensely. And leave the rest in the hands of the Creator.
And now let's take that time and that presence and feel it in all of us. And know that at our core, yes, we are perfect health and perfect wholeness, even though sometimes the external world would try to make us believe otherwise. Let us give gratitude for those who have had surgery and are now successfully recovering, restoring their bodies to that principle. And let us bring forward all of those sacred, secret prayers inside of our heart and affirm them to be true. Amen.
And we bless all of these prayers by speaking together the words to one of the most powerful statements, affirmations of spiritual truth together. There is only one presence and one power in the universe and in my life. God, the source of all good.
I'm still Laura.
And I am James.
And we have a few announcements for you. First, we have reminders for two of our affinity group meetings. This coming Saturday, May 3rd, the men's group will have their monthly meeting. They'll meet here at the Plex Pod in the cafe, arrive at 8:30, and join in sharing some breakfast together, followed by a time of connection and community at 9. And then next Saturday, May 4th, our Yarn Blessings group will have their monthly teaching session. They'll gather in the cafe at 2 p.m., and all are welcome to join. No experience is necessary.
And next week, we are also starting a new class, the Healing Principles of Myrtle Fillmore, and I will be teaching that class. I am currently a candidate for the Licensed Unity Teacher Program, and I have the privilege of getting to teach several classes. And so in this class, we're going to dive into some of the foundational principles of Unity, what started this movement. Myrtle Fillmore was one of the co-founders of Unity, and we don't have a lot of, my glasses were falling off. We don't have a lot of writings by Myrtle Fillmore, but what we do have is we have a lot of letters that she wrote to other people, and in those letters, we see these basic foundational principles that teach us who we really are as children of God. And so that's what this class is going to be all about. We're going to take a look at some of these letters, and we're going to discuss them and practice these principles in a very practical way. And so that starts next week, and it is right after this, well, not right after the service, it's 11:30 to 1:15.
Lastly, we want to remind everyone to pull out your calendars and block off the weekend of May 30th, 31st, and June 1st, because it's our grand opening weekend. Yep. On Friday, May 30th, we will have the grand opening of the Fillmore Event Space from 4:30 to 6 p.m. There will be a ribbon cutting ceremony, food catered by Enjoy Pure Food and Drink, and music from Reverend Fred, Envy, Terry Swope, and Andy DeWitt. Then, on Saturday, May 31st, we will have our first Spirit Fair from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. This room will be filled with vendors offering a variety of spiritual products, and the studio space will have various spiritual programs offered throughout the day. Tickets are only $7, and if you would be willing to volunteer to support the event, you'll receive a free ticket. You can sign up at the table in the back or online using the link in our e-news.
And on Sunday, June 1st, we will be celebrating the 50th anniversary of UCA. We're planning a very special service that morning with some very special guests. And afterwards, we'll have a time of celebration with food trucks, yummy desserts, and live music, and more. So get your rest and plan to be a part of these wonderful events. So let's join together now in speaking the joint vision statement of the Unity Movement. A world powerfully transformed through the growing movement of shared spiritual awakening.
Thank you, Laura and James. And thank you, Envy.
What's up, Fred?
Let's do some music.
Let's do it. Stray bullet and a mama cries. A baby will be coming home tonight. Sirens screaming down the avenue. Just another story in the news. Politics and prejudice. How the heck it ever come to this? Everybody's gotta pick a side. It doesn't matter if you're wrong or right. No, so it goes. But I hold on to hope and I won't let go. 'Cause I believe you and me are sisters and brothers, and I believe we're made to be here for each other, and we'll never fall if we walk hand in hand with the world that's just broken together again. 'Cause I believe in the end, love wins. Sometimes it takes a lot of faith to keep believing there will come a day when the tears and the sadness, the pain and the hate, the struggle, the madness will all fade away. 'Cause I believe you and me are sisters and brothers, and I believe we're meant to be here for each other, and we'll never fall if we walk hand in hand with this world that is broken together again. 'Cause I believe in the end, love wins. Love is power, love is a smile, love reaches out, love is the remedy, love is the answer, love's the open door, love's the only thing worth fighting for. 'Cause I believe you and me are sisters and brothers, and I believe we're here to be good for each other, and we'll never fall if we walk hand in hand with this world that's just broken together again. 'Cause I believe in the end, love wins. Love wins, love can, love still, love wins, love will, love can, love still, love wins.
Envy. Oh my gosh.
I love you.
I love you back. And so did a whole lot of other people last night. She did like this whole big show of hers last night, and she's up here doing that, 4 hours later? It's amazing the talent that exists within that wonderful lady. Okay, so we're going to go back to 2022, just to say that UCOP in 2022 became a member of the Good Faith Network. And if you are not familiar with GFN, it is an interfaith justice organization that builds a collective voice in order to solve the most pressing problems of our county. We're one of nearly 30 spiritual communities in the county that currently make up the network, and as of now, we encompass the traditions of Islam and Judaism and the Christian faith. Every community that is a member also holds 2 seats on the board of directors of the Good Faith Network, and right now, Angela Herman and myself fill those roles, and I'm also, we've shared before, I'm also co-chairing the committee on our newest initiative of social justice, which is elder care and aging in place. Here within our own community, about 20 of you have become official members of the UCOP Good Faith Network team, and we'd love to see that number grow year over year, and every year there is an opportunity set aside to take care of that. But for now, please know that you don't have to take that step at all in order to participate in anything that the Good Faith Network offers. Everything is open to everybody within all of the congregational communities. Now, there are 4 major assemblies, we call them, coming up, and one is coming up very soon. May 6th, we've been talking about it a lot with you through the announcements. It's been promoted throughout our e-news for several weeks now, and it is the Nehemiah Action. And the inspiration for that name comes from a spiritual scripture in the book of Micah. It is in chapter 6, verse 8. And it's simple, and this is the voice of Nehemiah saying, "And what does the Lord require of you but to do justice, to love kindness, and to walk humbly with your God?" See, Nehemiah was a prophet in the 5th century BCE in Jerusalem, and at that time he began to hear this outcry from his people. There was a lot of troubling times and challenges taking place in the area at that time, and the government authorities were authorizing all kinds of injustices against the people. And so Nehemiah gathered the people, ordinary people just like you and me. He called them into a great assembly, and then they brought the leaders out, and they began to hold them accountable for their actions. Well, Good Faith Network is following that lead. And all of its spiritual communities are dedicating one service during March or April to the Nehemiah event, to focus on all that underlies and supports our work of social justice. Now, last April, at this time a year ago, I offered a message that centered on the 3 pillars that support the Good Faith Network. And today, as you might see the message title implies, we're going to revisit those 3 pillars of our support in the area of social justice. And those pillars are values, justice, and power. Now, the idea to revisit last year came about when I was thinking about comparing last year to this year in my own life. And it struck me, well, we could all do that. I mean, for a minute, just go back a year in your life. And then fast forward a little bit to today. Is anything different? Has anything changed in your life over that period of time? And then we can also do this revisiting in our neighborhoods, in our county, in our country, in our world. Has anything changed in the world in the last year? And so I realized we can do the same thing for the Good Faith Network. So we're going to revisit. And we're going to revisit first that pillar of values. Because last year at this time, the Good Faith Network didn't have official values for the organization in place. Now, the work we've been doing with them absolutely expresses a lot of wonderful values like kindness and compassion and diversity and inclusivity. But the organization itself had not formalized a set of values. And just a few months later in August, I was attending a planning meeting for the next cycle of the Good Faith Network that was getting ready to kick off last fall, the work of the advocacy. And we were trying to determine directions, goals, ideas, strategies, and so forth. And a whole lot of wonderful things was being brought up by those on this call, but they weren't coalescing. And I thought, well, we don't have something to coalesce upon. And so I spoke up and I said, well, maybe this isn't coming together with the clarity that we'd like to see because there aren't a set of values in place for the organization. And values, in my opinion, should be the basis from which we gauge all of our decisions and actions. And they serve as not only gatekeepers for us, but guiding lights for the decisions that we make and the actions we take. Because you see, Good Faith Network is no longer a baby. It's no longer an infant organization. And I'm granted, it's 4 years old, and I know that's not an eternity. But when you think about life, isn't it the early years of life where you see the most dramatic kind of change and growth, and it all starts happening very, very quickly? And so we recognized that we needed to strengthen the organization in order to support the work and the growth and the goals and so forth that we had bringing up, things we wanted to accomplish. And others in the group agreed, and by the end of that a committee was formed to work on drafting a set of core values. And I joined that committee. There's about 7 or 8 others of us, and we drafted the values, but we also drafted a vision statement and a mission statement. And we did all of this only after asking for and receiving your input. You'll recall that last fall, when we kick off the cycle, every community that is a part of the Good Faith Network gathers its people in meetings. We call them listening sessions. And one of the things we asked here in our listening session last year was, what values do you think would be important relative to the work of the Good Faith Network? And so that information was gathered across all 30 communities. It was compiled, and all the math was done and whatnot, and we saw what bubbled up to the top. And so that information was the seed from you that served to bring forth everything that I'm about to share. So the draft was created, we presented it to the board of directors, they approved it, and then everything about it was presented publicly for the very first time just 3 weeks ago at another one of the major assemblies, the solutions briefing, and several of you were there. But I wanted to share it with everybody today. And so, Joan, if you can bring up that first screen, you're going to see, we'll start with the vision statement. Through faith in action, we celebrate a community of equity, justice, and belonging so that all people in Johnson County thrive. See, that vision is bigger than just one congregation. It is bigger than just one faith tradition. But it's big enough that it serves as glue that binds us all together into that one united interfaith network. And then we have the mission statement, honoring the inherent dignity and value of each person. We advocate for just solutions to support our most vulnerable with a united voice that won't be ignored. As was stated at the solutions briefing 3 weeks ago when this was all presented, this mission is not political. This mission is not partisan. It is moral, and it is spiritual. It says that we do, thank you. It says that we do more than talk about justice. We do more than raise awareness of the pressing issues around us. It speaks to our work to get down in the weeds, to change the systems in place that continue to marginalize and oppress people. And so the foundation we stand upon, the next screen, please, these are the core values now officially in place for the network. Faith. And we defined that to mean that we trust in the transformative power of love. Responsibility to us means that we answer that inner call to do this work, to bring hope in the midst of despair. Community. We create a deep sense of belonging for all. Fairness. We seek to do the greatest good for the most pressing need. And justice. We challenge ourselves and our community stakeholders to act courageously. These values are the foundation upon which we stand in all that we do. They keep us grounded in our purpose, authentic in our expression, and they remind us all the time of who we are and why we've chosen to do this work of social justice. And so that's our second pillar, justice. For our purposes today, I'd like to focus on 2 elements of justice that are a big part of what the Good Faith Network's advocacy programs and processes entail. We're going to put a pin in that for just a moment or two, because first, I wanted to say that when GFN was strategizing for this new cycle that we're in, inspiration was found in certain pieces of a document that is titled Letter from a Birmingham Jail. You're probably familiar with it. It was written by Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., and he wrote that on April 16th of 1963, so 62 years ago. He was imprisoned in Birmingham after he traveled there by invitation to protest, nonviolent protests against racial segregation. And he addressed this letter from prison to 8 white clergymen who had publicly criticized him and the civil rights movement. They urged Dr. King to delay the protests, pursue the change through the court systems, claiming that his activities were unwise and untimely. So I'm going to share a few comments made at the very beginning page of this letter that speak in part to how Dr. King thought about justice. He told the clergyman, "I am in Birmingham because injustice is here. And I am compelled to carry the gospel of freedom beyond my own hometown. I cannot sit idly in Atlanta and not be concerned about what happens in Birmingham. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. We are caught in an inescapable network of mutuality, tied to a single garment of destiny. Whatever affects one directly affects all indirectly. Never again can we afford to live with the narrow, provincial, outside agitator idea. Anyone who lives inside the United States can never be considered an outsider anywhere within its bounds." Let that one sink in for a moment or two. But can you hear his words resonating in the values of the Good Faith Network? Words about answering and remaining true to his call. The courage it takes to continue taking steps forward even when you're sitting in a jail cell. The idea that justice is for all, not just for some. That everyone belongs and no one deserves to be designated or seen as an other or an agitator. And then his words, depicting us as all tied in a single garment of destiny, being echoed this week and through our opening prayer with Pope Francis's words, depicting us as being connected to one another in a communion of destinies. So one might say that not much has changed over the last 62 years. And it gets even more muddied and frustrating when we recognize positive changes that have absolutely occurred over the last 62 years, only now to wake up every single day to the next attempt being made to dismantle and abolish them. Well, usually, when something doesn't change, there's something standing in its way. There's some sort of resistance trying to stop it. And that's often the case when the 2 elements of justice work that I mentioned a moment ago come into play. And the first is the concept and the practice of nonviolent direct action. Direct action is a term that we, within the Good Faith Network, always address right up front when we're introducing ourselves to others. Because oftentimes, churches and synagogues and temples and mosques, they're often seen, any house of faith is seen as being a service provider. And we are, individually. We all have or support outreach programs like food and food pantries, food drives. We collect school supplies or clothes. We sponsor blood drives. We volunteer in any number of ways within our county and our neighborhoods. And that's what Scripture refers to as mercy work. There is an immediate need, an immediate crisis, and our congregational communities step up all over town, and we respond. But the Good Faith Network, being a collective made up of all of the congregations, we do not do mercy work. We are a direct action organization. Our work, again, as I said before, is to change the systems that underlie and support the ongoing continuation of the immediate needs. And don't you know, the Good Faith Network has been criticized for doing so. Sometimes being told publicly by different leaders in the county that all of the faith communities should be fixing the issues we're advocating for all on our own. We're just going to join in our community right here, and we're going to end homelessness. And then the mosque, down on 135th Street, they'll take on building affordable housing in Johnson County. That's what's said that we should do. It kind of comes across to me personally as the comment we hear other times in other situations as well. Just stay in your lane. But direct action isn't about staying in a lane. It's about bringing others out of their lanes of comfort and into conversation, into negotiation around challenging issues. And Dr. King responded to his critics that called his nonviolent direct action unwise and untimely by writing, "Frankly, I've yet to engage in a direct action campaign that was well-timed in the view of those who have not suffered unduly. For years now, I have heard the word wait. The wait has almost always meant never." Well, the Good Faith Network isn't going to wait. We're going to continue faithfully and respectfully pressing forward for justice now. And because of that, we hope to experience the second element that is often found when resistance makes an appearance. And that is the presence of tension. The network has heard stories, received feedback from folks that have attended one or more of the last 3 Nehemiah Action Assemblies, saying that they felt tension and it wasn't comfortable for them. And I've heard that same thing from some of you as well. And we are grateful for that feedback, and we always want to validate it as the very real experience that it was for some, because there has been tension at times. And I want to explain why I just said we hope that it shows up at the Nehemiah this year. You see, it is only in the space of healthy tension that anything ever changes. Because healthy tension is that space beyond, if you see a flat line, it's the space just over that line where all sides, all perspectives, all opinions leave that comfort zone down here and they step into a chair at the table to talk, to negotiate. MLK wrote in his letter that negotiation was the very purpose of direct action. In his words, he offered that nonviolent direct action seeks to create such a crisis and foster such a tension that a community which has constantly refused to negotiate is forced to confront the issue. Some of the issues the Good Faith Network has been working on for these last 4 years now have been on agendas of the Johnson County Board of Commissioners dating back to 2015. We cannot allow another 10 years to go by without change. Healthy tension, nonviolent tension is absolutely necessary for growth. So when you're at the Nehemiah Action this year, and if you begin to feel some tension, please keep in mind, it is not those of us who are engaging in nonviolent direct action, which will be everybody in that room. It's not any of us that are creating it. From Dr. King's letter, we merely bring to the surface the hidden tension that is already alive. We bring it out into the open where it can be seen and dealt with. Injustice must be exposed with all the tension its exposure creates, exposed to the light of human conscience and the air of national opinion before it can be cured. So breathe in to any tension that may arise for you and realize that perhaps It may not be happening between two people with differing opinions having a conversation. It may be that the discontent is a result of the issue under discussion having been brought out, exposed into full view, no longer being permitted to hide or rest or operate from beneath the surface. And that is a discontent that I invite you to wholeheartedly embrace and allow it to be your guide forward. When it comes to the third pillar, power, the power of the Good Faith Network is in our numbers. Hundreds of us uniting with that one voice that we're not going to let be ignored. And I know that this work is hard. I know that change that we're asking for can be hard. It can take time. But please know that every single step taken, every effort made is what empowers our voice. Each one combined together across the county creates significant impact, and it does impel us forward towards those goals. And a case in point, in 2022, of the 6 largest counties in Kansas, Johnson County was the only one that did not have a mental health crisis stabilization center for its people. If someone went into crisis here, if there was a bed available, which there never was, waiting lists existed, but you could be taken to such a center in Wyandotte County. But because they were overflowing, more often than not, our people in crisis were taken to the ERs and left. Sometimes they were in crisis unattended to for multiple days at a time. And if not the ERs, then they would be taken to jail. Well, that year, GFN began advocating for crisis stabilization here in our own county. And the person speaking on behalf of the network that night said these words: "We are looking for a crisis stabilization center in May 2025. Not a groundbreaking in May 2025, a ribbon cutting in May 2025. A building located at 64th and Neiman has been undergoing refurbishment for probably the past year. Just a few days ago, Thursday morning, at the Johnson County Board of Commissioners meeting, they approved the funding to staff it. And Tim DeWeese, he is the director of Johnson County Mental Health Center, has told us, and he will be sharing at the Nehemiah, that he is now planning a ribbon cutting in May 2025. What more do I need to say about the power of people showing up in great numbers with a united voice for justice? And in this communion of destinies, we realize that alone we are nothing. Those words from Pope Francis. May 6th, 6 o'clock in the evening, at Church of the Resurrection, at the Nehemiah event. It's going to be such a communion of destinies. There will be different people from different worlds, and they are going to intersect according to that divine design. But we won't be alone. We are affirming 1,600 or more people coming together. I want you to be there. We need you to be there. It costs you nothing to attend, but the impact you will have by being there will be priceless. I tend to agree with Pope Francis that in this world, in this work, alone, we are nothing. But I would continue that statement by saying that if this is true, then it stands to reason that together we are everything. Let's bring it to the Nehemiah action. I thank you, and God bless you. So this is our time to move into a period of reflection, opening our hearts to God's presence in us, its love, its comfort, its strength. There is an author whose name is Pixie Lighthorse. One of the books that she has written is titled Prayers of Honoring Voice. And a particular writing is titled Honoring Advocacy. And I'd like to share from it today to allow you to take this message, this work, more deeply into your hearts and see what you might be impelled to do. And she writes from a perspective of having a conversation with the higher power of her beliefs. Thank you for this day of progressive perception. Help me speak out for justice with a special desire fueled by a greater power, a power greater than surface comforts and outdated systems. Let me be a troublemaker to champion those I love and care for, and for those I don't know intimately who need my help. Hire me to be a powerful voice for the change that heals, reconciles, forgives, and improves. Find me faithful and in service, riding shotgun to heart-led movements and leading the charge when it's up to me to do so. Remove my feelings of hopelessness. Align me with action and channel my energy for others. Stand me upright on a foundation of faith while I take the next steps. Build my voice as an instrument for defending freedoms which provide equality. Keep my motivations clean. Bolster my confidence and give me the understanding and empathy required for sustainable action. Make tolerance my priority and give me the words to fight violence with the sword of peace. Help me do my part to clang the bells of freedom. And for the privilege, the opportunity we have in each moment we're on this earth to clang some bells. We are grateful. And so it is. Amen.
God is higher, right here, right now, right here, right now. God is
Alone we are nothing, and together we are everything. That is so true. Even in our community right here, we have created this incredible community because each one of you has given your time, your talents, your treasure. And so I would just like to say thank you. And I would like for you to hold that offering in your hand or in your heart as we recite our blessing for it. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive, and I am joy-filled and grateful.
Together we stand, divided we fall. Come on, all people, let's get on the ball and work together. Come on, let's work together. Now, because together we stand, every boy, every girl, and a man. People, when things go wrong, as they sometimes will, all the road you travel, it stays uphill. Let's work together. Come on, let's work together. Oh, you know, 'cause together we stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. Oh, 1 hour, 2, 3 minutes, 2, 3 hours. What does it matter now if this allows? Let's work together. Come on, let's work together. Because together we stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. Come on, well, I'll make someone happy, or I'll make someone smile. Let's work together and make life worthwhile. Let's work together. Come on, let's work together. Now, people, 'cause together we stand, every boy, girl, woman, and a man. Oh, let's make this world of ours got a place to stand. Oh, let's work together. Let's work together. Come on, let's work together. Cause together we stand, every boy, girl, woman, and man.
As always, Envy, thank you so much, Reverend Fred, the band. You guys are fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. This month, our volunteer appreciation group is our sanctuary crew. And so these are the folks that now they used to do everything one way, and now we're telling them, well, maybe we can do it another way. And then we have an event coming in next week. It'll be a third way, but they're very flexible. And we want to say thank you to them for all that they do. So if you're on that team and you help out in any way, please stand so that we can just send you some love. A couple quick reminders on the sign-up sheet for James's new class coming up, along with the sign-up sheet to volunteer to support the Spirit Fair on Saturday, May 31st. Are on the table in the back. Links to both of the forms are also included in our e-news. You can sign up online. A couple people already have. That went out on Friday. Tickets to the Nehemiah, I have them in my hand. Also, Angela Herman, Vanessa Kane, Joan Priol. These are our 3 team leaders for all of you who are on different teams here at the community. See any one of us after the service. We'll be happy to get you on. And again, if we run out here there. They are available at the door, and we'll give you all the final logistics next Sunday leading up to May 6th. And then we've been trying to give you some updates each week about our changeover that's taking place here this is now the ballroom, and the room across the hall is now being called the studio at the Fillmore. And so May is going to be busy, busy, busy. We got a party to have on the 30th, so we got to get a lot taken care of. But in May, we are going to have lifts in here, and ceilings are getting painted, and all sorts of things going on as well in the studio space. We are getting a new sound system installed. There is new electrical going in because of the way the offices were constructed and so forth. And of course, all the decor that is going to adorn these walls and ceilings and so forth. It's all going to go up throughout the month of May. So pray, just pray. When in doubt, pray, and pray some more. And we have had, I mean, it's just been like we've opened the doors, and everyone we have needed, when we've needed it, has appeared. This is a divine idea that has been manifesting so beautifully, so smoothly. Reverend Jackie's actually termed that we are in our easy era now, and I just look at her, you know. But it is our easy era. It really is. This has been a fabulous experience, and we can't wait to just cut our own ribbon here in a couple of weeks. So with that, let's really speak our mission statement, why we're here together. Unity Church of Overland Park transforms lives and empowers people to make a difference in the world. And we'll continue doing that next week. You know, next Sunday is Sunday, May 4th. So, of course, Jackie is going to be back. And, of course, she's going to offer a message titled, May the 4th be with you. I love the creativity in that woman's mind. All right, but we hope to welcome you back next week. We've got some kids that are peeking through the door there, so let's bring them on in. Amy?
Good morning. Today we had Mila and Asa, and we talked about happy and what makes us happy. So one thing that we all agreed on is PBS Kids makes us happy. And then Asa made, this is Asa's picture of happy. And then this is what Mila made. So if you would all please rise for our final song. Thank you.
Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Shine, be glorious, reflect the divine. Spirit of light, Spirit divine, let me shine.
wherever you are in the room, let's, what are we doing? We are going to affirm our prayer for protection. Together, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us wherever we are. God is, and all is well. Blessings to you.